Hi lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Belinda's channel, then here is Bellistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So guys, I came across this video on my video page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this Black American guy was talking about how to go to Africa to get a wife. Like, I was just able to put up some stage as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
So, I saw a video today on TikTok of this young man, African American, saying how he wants to go to Africa to find a wife. And he said all this after watching Tyler, our beautiful sister from South Africa. And he's like, you know what? That's it. We just need to go to Africa to find wives. Audacity. Anyway, me being African, I was raised in Africa and I was also raised in the United States. So I have experience from both continents, okay? And let me tell you something. If you are an American man who thinks that going outside of the United States is where you will find a good woman, a good wife, because American women ask for too much. The ladies out here, man, they're just materialistic. Let me tell you something. It is worse. It is 1,000 times worse than what you think back home in Africa. At least for the country that I was raised in and the culture that I was raised in. Because here's the thing. African women, African young girls, we are raised to literally know that the man is the provider. In fact, a lot of African women don't even go to work. Their men are the ones who go to work and just bring the money home for the wife to budget. And if you think the women here in America are asking for too much, in fact, go to Africa. No, go get married. Because the way African young girls are raised, we are raised with so much knowledge about family, friendship, how to deal with lives. So when families in Africa see that their daughters have gone through so much learning and they have become knowledgeable of life and marriage and all those things, they know the value of their daughters. And they say, you know what? Any man cannot come and marry our daughter for free. He has to pay a dowry. And that's why majority of African cultures, before a man goes to take the daughter to marry a woman, he has to pay the family a dowry, an appreciation. And dowry can go from money to cows and goats to even building the girl's family a house. Yes, and it's all to show appreciation to the family of the girl that thank you so much for raising such a beautiful and wonderful woman who's gonna be the mother of my kids. So, the system works differently. The United States, after living here for almost 10 years, I've realized that here, men just take for free. And I know this might be triggering and or insulting some people, but it's the truth. Men in the United States are used to taking things for free, especially from women. They expect, well, I'm just gonna go date her, have sex with her here and there and use her, and then we'll just be in a relationship. It does not work like that in Africa. It is worse. You cannot take someone's daughter for free like that. You have to impress her and the family, most importantly. And in some cultures, like my own, if you have not proven yourself as a man that you have the resources to take care of someone's daughter, guess what? Even the family has the right to take you to court, to police, and say, we brought this man, he wants to take our daughter for free. Or if you've already taken the daughter without paying the family a dowry, they can say, he stole our daughter from us without any appreciation. And guess who is gonna win the case? The family of the girl. So to any American man or any man worldwide who wants to marry a woman in Africa, use your common sense. You have to be very, very strong in your masculinity to know that I do not expect my wife to work if she doesn't want to. She can or she cannot. My position as the man in her life will not change whether she works or not. My position is to provide for her. So my brother, you want to go to Africa to find a wife because they're much more nicer, let me tell you, they come with the most costly, how do I say this? And this is not like a selling your daughter type of thing. No, the families are not exchanging their children for money and possessions. No, it's simply the man giving to the girl's family in appreciation of receiving a wife. He who finds a wife finds a what? A good thing. Yes. So if you're an American man, because that's all I've seen, and you're used to taking things for free, don't go to Africa. Don't. You will be hunted down like a criminal for stealing someone's daughter. No sense. I love the comments like these on my previous video of so many American women who are realizing that, oh my goodness, we have been giving ourselves out there for free. And the women out there are getting paid for to be taken as wives and mothers. And so for me, I'm so thankful that some people are realizing this, because let's be honest, if a man loves you and he wants to take you to be the mother of his kids, to be his wife, to be his partner, his support, the one who makes his food, the one who's going to carry his kids. If any woman out there has carried a child in your womb and had to bring them into this world, you know how much that is. You know how much hard work that is. And there's no amount of money that can ever repay that hard work. So of course, why should a man take you for free? A man should never take a woman for free. Unless if he can cook for himself, take care of himself, bear his own children, be his own support, then yes. But if he feels like, I need a woman in my life, I want to marry this one girl, I want to make her mine, I want her to have my children, then why should she go for free? Huh? Exactly. So I'm so happy that American women are realizing this. Yes, my sister, set your price high. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, and they should not take it for free. I beg.
Okay, before I start this video, I just want to tell the creator she is so pretty. Her skin color, her full lips, and her eyes, she's so pretty. And I need y'all to go watch what she's saying, because I wanted to speak on something. I just wanted to add on something to what that creator was saying. And it's not even so much that it's worse, like, you know, trying to date an African woman is worse because of what you have to prove. It's just the fact that the people in her country are still culturally intact, meaning that there is a cultural disconnect in America, especially in the realm of relationships. For lack of a better word or lack of a better term, a lot of us in America are brainwashed, okay? A lot of us are brainwashed and we are living backwards. We think certain things are supposed to be a certain way, but we have no real culture and value and no real, like, bottom line. Like, we don't have real community. Like, some people have created their communities, but as a whole, we don't have real community, and we don't take family important as other cultures and other people in other countries do. Just like, for example, if you ever watched that movie From Scratch and you guys remember Lino, the guy, the Italian guy, and his family, you know, a lot of people probably thought that his dad was racist, and maybe he was, but I caught it as like, don't marry this American because they don't take family serious, and we take family very serious here. You know what I mean? And it's like, the divorce rate is so high because people don't get married for the right reasons. And what she's describing in that video about what it takes to marry a woman in Africa, it's not just in her culture in Africa, it's in other cultures too. The problem in America with the African American community is that there's so many broken homes, and there's still so many people living under the ruling of the oppressor, that we don't understand the value of the woman, and we don't understand the value of family, and we don't understand the value of marriage and the value of structure. Because in America, people think marriage is just business. People don't even look at the spiritual components of marriage anymore. It's just like when I'm an entrepreneur, but when I'm not doing entrepreneurial things, I do Instacart. And something as simple as I've done grocery shopping in Asian markets and Mexican markets and even Middle Eastern and Indian markets. And I have yet to see an African market. And when I say market, I'm not talking incense and oils. I'm talking about food that are indigenous to African and countries in Africa. So when I say African, I mean like Nigerian foods or crops or just things that they have and they eat. We don't have that in LA. I hope that makes sense because I'm trying to hurry up this video and do the start stop. But basically, what I'm saying is that we don't have an indigenous blueprint in LA for African Americans because we're so disconnected, which is why a lot of people think that dating or being with someone outside of who we are is better. And like she said, is worse. And like I'm saying, like, to debunk the word worse, I don't think it's worse. It's just that in her country, they stand and own business. And in America, we don't stand on business when it comes to family. We don't. And as you can see, everything that's going on in this world right now, and I don't have to bring it up because TikTok has done a great job at, discussing everything that's going on right now. Y'all, this patriarchal mindset and the oppressors and the powers that be that have brainwashed this whole world is obviously not working, okay? Because people are living backwards. So to summarize this up, and hopefully I'm making sense on this because I feel like my thoughts are just everywhere, and I really just want to speak to what she was saying and expand on what she was saying. There's just a cultural disconnect. There's a cultural disconnect. There's a relational disconnect, and there is no sense of worth and value in the American family and household. And people don't get married and fall in love for the right reasons. And then, when you don't do it for the right reasons, you expecting something when it's like, that ain't how it's supposed to go. Okay. So yeah, I would just call it a cultural disconnect. That's what it is. I would say that a lot of us are brainwashed and there's a cultural disconnect. And until we create communities and heal and love ourselves and get to know who ourselves is, what am I talking about? Get to know who we are as people and love on ourselves so we can love on each other. There's going to continuously be a cultural disconnect. And like she said, see, in her country, you can go to jail for trying to take somebody away from their family. Okay. And not upholding your values and stuff. If we took family a little more serious here instead of all that other stuff they're trying to take serious here, that don't matter. This country would be way better. But when you still land and try to, enforce your own rules and regulations on land that is not indigenous to you, I mean, what do you expect?
Seriously, lovelies, when I saw this video, I just said to myself that I think I need to give my own sense on this topic. This is a topic I am trying to look for a way to actually, try to educate some people in times of my own, personal experience and my own upbringing as an African lady. So, there's this thing that's been going on about Taylor and all of that, and somebody which happens to be a black American guy was like, he will prefer to go to Africa to get married, get a girl from Africa and all of that, because he felt that American ladies are so demanding. They are too expensive, they are blah blah blah, they cannot build family and all of that, they spend a lot of money, they're too expensive and all of that. When I saw this lady, talking, I was just like, this is it. This is what I'm trying to communicate. This is what I'm trying to say. As an African lady, yeah, in Africa, in Africa, men are the head of the family. Men are the head of the family. Women are the makers of the family. This means that you as a man, you need to go out there, look for a job or a business, then try as much as you can to actually make money for the family. While the woman in the house, use the resources that you have acquired to, take care of these homes. And all these things that, oh my God, divorce and all of that. If you are going through a divorce, or maybe you want to file for a divorce, there is nothing like you want to maybe 50-50 divorce. No, 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 no. All of your resources is going to the woman because she is going to take care of the kids. This is what some guys do not understand. That's why anytime I see a guy, maybe from outside there, and he's talking about going down to Africa, and I was like, why are you trying to go to Africa to get a woman? or maybe to go to even all these passport bureaus that go across the just to get a work because they feel that maybe in USA or wherever you those women there are too expensive for you. The advantage is that when you are dating or maybe when you're married to a state girl, like a girl in America, and you're also in America, one, you are benefiting so much because it's like you guys are doing the 50-50 thing is only in America this works. It does not work in Africa. This is one thing some guys do not know. Africa do not know what is 50-50. Africa only was brought up to understand that as a man, you get to provide for your family. And African daughters are trained to actually be a dependency into a man. African uh, African ladies are trained to like that you are going to take care of your husband based on what he provides. There is nothing like I work, you work, I pay bills, you pay bills. No, no, no. You as a man is going to pay the 100% bills while the woman takes care of the home. This is how it's done in Africa, back there in Africa. And another thing is that you get married or actually in a relationship with someone in America, you have the privilege to, enjoy spilled bills. Like your wife get to have children while she still work to provide, then you are also working to provide. But in most cases in Africa, when a woman, have kids, she is meant to stay home, take care of the kids, while you go provide the means in which you will use to take care of those kids. And another thing about people who don't know about this African thing is that you see baby mama, right? In Africa, when you have a baby mama, you are not gonna automatically leave your baby to that baby mama without being in the life of such baby. If you do so, you are not gonna be the owner of such a child. And if a bride price is not paid on your baby mama, that child would never bear your name. The child will never bear your name. The child will bear the name of his mother. So, for you to inherit your child or for you to give your child your name, you have to do it in a proper way by paying the bride price of your woman or your wife or your girlfriend. So, some people in diaspora and all of that, they all of them want to be a father, like they want to have a child, but they wouldn't want to be a father. They don't want to have such responsibility. No, you can't do that in Africa. If you know you don't want to be a father, make sure you're not impregnating anyone, because the person you're impregnating without paying her dowry, her bride price, that child is automatically hers, and you can't even claim the child. You can't claim the child. That is the culture. The child belongs to your girl's family because you never paid anything on her head. And there's something they call bride price. This bride price, it all depends on the family of the girl. Some of them might be, kind enough to give you a fair price, while some of them you have to pay through your nose. Because if you don't pay, you are not going to value their daughter. Because these people have, invested a lot on this girl, or this woman they want to get married to. So you cannot just come and I want to get married without settling the parents of the girl. No, you have to pay huge amount of money. It all depends on your agreement with your spouse. Maybe they're kind enough, they will just tell you to just pay a certain little amount of money. But if they are not even being kind, it all depends on the culture and traditions. Everybody have their own prices. And there's something they also do. Some people buy full cow. So when you're taking a daughter from a family, you are giving back a cow in the representation of that daughter you're taking, and this cow must be a female cow who will reproduce more kids. I think you're getting it. So Africa is not all that cheap the way you guys presume that maybe African ladies are too expensive and all of that. Let me just go to no. It's better for you to just focus on the American ladies, because in Africa they are worst, because you're not only marrying the lady, you are marrying both the mother, the father, the sister, the uncles and aunties. You keep on paying fees and school fees of the relations. And funny enough, you get married to a breadwinner in a family. Oh my goodness. So, if your intention was to come down to Africa and marry a woman, then you guys go ahead and do 50-50 spilling of the bills and all of that. Oh my God, it's best for you to just stick to where you are very comfortable with. American ladies are the most, like, oh my goodness. They are so wonderful, strong, independent, and all of that. Most of them are not even a stay at home mom. But if you come to Africa, there are a lot of stay at home moms. And you know what? Those stay at home moms are the ones that drive so many luxurious cars, go on vacations, and all of that in the expense of their husband's money. So, what are we saying? What are we saying? Why all these? So, if you're thinking that you want to run away from then coming to where it's cheaper, no, it's not. It's really not. So enough of all this already. Trying to compare women and all of that. Everybody have its own culture, and they say that you will not know the importance of what you have until you lose it. You cannot just come down to Africa thinking that you guys are gonna start spilling pills. No, when you come get married to an African lady, you take care of her family, her children, her sisters and brothers. It all depends on your financial capabilities. So guys, if you watch up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the